asking up as high as we're able to reach. What do we do now to heal the root causes of the sleep disruption and whatever it represents in such a way as to align with the soul plan?
Which is to reopen portals to higher vibrations.
Exactly. How do we heal the root causes in such a way as to do that? Well, the feeling upstairs, and they don't want me to talk about this, but the feeling upstairs is kind of like I would like to do a nice and generous gesture now, but then keep doing what I've been doing, kind of to exploit a situation or exploit a resource.
Well, the question is not comparison to ideal. The question is, what are
What
other
are the
options?
other options? And I don't feel better options.
What are they going to do when this body dies? Like, what's their plan?
What is the plan?
Because nothing lives forever.
No,
We are of
that's
the nature
true.
to grow, get sick, and die.
That's true.
I think we should go with the odds. What's their plan?
It doesn't feel like they have a plan.
Doesn't that seem a little short-sighted?
Doesn't it? It feels like presences are walking away from the portal, going away from it.
What now to reopen the portals to higher vibrations? What has worked in other black holes of corruption to reopen the portals to higher vibrations?
I hear whistling wind,
Mm-hmm.
and that feeling of curtains blowing in open windows in buildings without people in them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we've got other symptoms. We've got itchiness.
There's nobody on the other end
No,
of the
it's all
phone,
just
so it
quiet.
doesn't.
Or I'm wrong, or I'm missing people. It's really open upstairs, though. Well, one thing I know is that when we have a portal that's this open, this high up in the dimensions, is we should ask the big questions. We have a number of big questions on the table right now. Oh, and one of them that was just coming up again this morning is something like... What?
Well, what we need is a divine plan. There's
That's
no
what we're
divine
saying.
plan right now.
Yes!
Based in reality with dependable levels of backup.
That was the question. And that's the need.
Please may we have a divine plan for planet Earth that's based in reality with dependable levels of backup such that a guardian angel can make plans for 6 months from now. Now maybe you'll have to tell them some of the realities.
Oh gosh, okay, well there are a lot of important realities. One of them is that there isn't upward flow anymore. The upward flow of energy has shut down completely. It's not running anymore. And it feels like they knew that or had known it at some point. There's also the issue of dead presences not going up out of the dimension that they die in, and so they get stuck and make it hard for connections to form between Ground Zero, planet Earth, and the divine. There's also this pattern, and I don't think they want to think about this, but there is also this pattern of fighting God that seems universal in really the biggest sense in all the species and even in the small parts of the bodies, the molecules, the atoms, fighting God and refusing to do what the situation actually calls for. And these are just some realities that are true here where we are. And so the plan would need to be based in the realities. What else is real? Well, there's this problem where it seems to have become cool to not care about what's true and just take positions and then defend the position regardless of reality. And that's become a really big problem.
And karma is delayed until after death, and it's really hard to provide karma short term for the center of the bell curve because everything is so complex.
Exactly.
But the tails of the bell curve are a lot simpler.
Exactly.
We also have that request on the table, but nobody's acting on it.
No, not at all.
So there's this request on the table to implement instant karma for the worst of the worst, for those who are pulling the parade of destruction hardest in the direction of destruction, and just for all the unused guardian angels to converge on that bad tail. Now they're going away.
Yeah, they're going away. That was exactly what just happened. Like another level of higher powers cleared out. And now it's way open upstairs.
We'll start again with the big questions. What has worked in other black holes, maybe?
Yeah. So reaching way up through that big opening in the sky and asking again, what has worked in other black holes of corruption to reopen the portal to higher vibrations? What has worked to do that? I feel the question going up, like flying up. What has worked in other black holes of corruption to open the portal to higher vibrations? What we're going to try is we're going to try to call for the souls who are planning to be here in this facility next week. Actually feels good. It feels like a week from now is a good span of time.
And for their guardian angels.
And for their guardian angels. And ask them what to do to have the facility be in good shape when they're going to show up in a week. Because if these other souls come through in the meantime and trash the facility will be in bad shape for you.
It's already in bad shape.
Exactly. And so what are we supposed to do?
Do they know that bodies need more than 3 hours sleep a night?
That's what I wonder.
Is that, where's the disconnect?
Do you? It's an actual question. I'm not trying to be glib. I don't know if they knew that. They don't want to think about it. It is true, though. It's almost like you can see it in the instruction manual and maybe the cells of the body.
Mm-hmm.
The body needs more than 3 hours of sleep. And like a lot more than 3 hours of sleep.
Like 3 times
Like
that.
3 times as much as what the manual says.
Albert Einstein said it needs 10 hours of sleep, and
That's
that's kind
true.
of been our experience also. For best functioning, you need 10 hours sleep.
Yeah, that's right. Do you know that? It doesn't feel like anybody's read any manuals or any facilities in so long.
What now?
What now? Okay, we're going to try something. Calling up to all those presences up there who are planning to come into a facility on Ground Zero planet Earth.
Sometime in the next month. let's say.
Exactly, sometime in the next month. reaching up to those presences, finding those presences, and I can feel them, not a small group.
Where are they assigned? To what facilities? To what lives?
And if each of you could just...
Like hold up a picture or
yes.
something.
Okay. Seeing it looks like they are holding up pictures or maps, some kind of image.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder if you all look at yours and look at everybody else's.
And like match up with those who have similar pictures.
Exactly. Stand with the people who are holding pictures that look like your picture.
Or whose details might also fit your picture.
Exactly. Doesn't it start to look like all of you in that room are intending to use the same facility,
the same host life,
and many of you at the same time?
I think they can see it. Some of them can see it.
I think they can. Many of them seem to feel like that's not possible.
Okay, well, why? Why isn't it possible? Help us understand. Because this is what's been happening.
That's true.
It's been several years now that every single night souls come in feeling that they are special and that they will use the facility, and they never think about the people who are following them. They
That's
never
true.
do. And they just are not making good working conditions for those who are following them.
That's true.
They're not being respectful to their co-workers. That's how it seems to us.
Yeah, it is. Maybe they don't care.
Well, their conflict is with each other.
That's
this doesn't really
true.
have anything to do with us, as they're being disrespectful to the people. Maybe can they order themselves in line, like who's coming in tomorrow and the next day and the next day and so on, just through March, because this is March 1st.
That's true.
Who else coming in March 1st, March 2nd, March 3rd, March 4th, etc. Get in line and then shake the hands, like meet the people in front of you and behind you, and like see the person in front of you. They're the one who's going to be in this facility before you.
That's
and
true.
then the person behind you, they're following you.
That's
so that
true.
there's maybe some accountability to each other.
Right.
Of turning over a decent workspace. Something shifting.
Yeah, I feel something shifting. Wow, you know, this feeling is that these presences still intend to come in and use the facilities in about a week, and kind of feel like their plan is just to complain about the state of the facilities when they get here, even though they've been pre-warned about the condition. They don't seem to intend to do anything about it.
This is the problem with being in a black hole.
That is true.
What now to reopen the portals to higher vibrations? What has worked in other black holes of corruption to reopen the portals in higher vibrations? What has worked in other black holes of corruption to reopen the portals to higher vibrations?
Well, you know, one benefit of the interaction we just had with those presences who don't intend to change and don't intend to help is it is a record in time of an interaction between presences in this intersection of space-time and presences in that intersection of space-time, And if we can send the record of that interaction up higher, maybe even to that first group of presences who was responsible for planet Earth, way up high, it might show that actions have been taken and we aren't just sitting around waiting for the really big guys to solve our problems. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
That's my best guess of how that could be a helpful thing that just happened. And it doesn't feel like they're in that room listening to us anymore, way upstairs.
Mm-mm. They're not there.
Oh, this is...
It's an empty room.
Yeah. It's just a lot of empty rooms.
Mm-hmm. We've cleared the space.
Boy, that's for darn sure.
Mm-hmm. All right. What has worked in other black holes of corruption to reopen the portals to higher vibrations?
Okay, well, the big thing that seems to have happened over the course of this healing session, oh, this is great, and this is somebody else who's speaking upstairs. The big thing that seems to have happened is that we've cleared up a very big space upstairs above us, a very big pillar from where we are upwards through the dimensions. But what isn't happening is that anyone is taking responsibility upstairs, which is what it is.
Maybe that is reopening the portals.
Good point. That's
We
a
don't
good
know.
point. We don't know. I know it's very open and clear upstairs.
Mm-hmm. Please may we have a divine plan based in reality with dependable levels of backup to stop the destruction on planet Earth in a fair and just way. Please may we have a divine plan based in reality with dependable levels of backup to stop the destruction in a fair and just way, please. Maybe hand up fistfuls of grace or something like that.
Yeah, let's play some grace. And to play some of the grace that we've been saving in the back room for divine right result.
And for a divine plan based in reality with dependable levels of backup that stop the destruction in a fair and just way. That's what we would like. I really would like that.
That is true.
A divine plan based in reality with dependable levels of backup to stop the destruction in a fair and just way, please.
Wrapping. Sighting up. Way up. We can sight way up. And sending the work up as high as we're able to get it right now. I'm really intending to get it all the way out of the black hole.
They don't have any plan for when this body dies. They have no plan.
Nope.
That's ridiculous. They don't have any plan? That's crazy. Yes, bad plan.